Welcome to this week's Talk with the GM. Today I'm out on the driving range, and one of our members, Jennifer Stauffer, asked a question that I want to feature on the video this week. She asked the question, what do we do out here for junior golf, who's in charge, and introduce those teachers. So I have them both here, our two leads for our junior golf program, Ryan Rip Rogau. Did I say it right, Ryan?
Rogo.
Rogo, okay. He's got a fun name, so we just call him Rip. That's his nickname for short. And Scott King. And guys, are you guys ready for juniors this summer?
We're ready. We're excited.
All right. So we have a lot of clinics for the kids to sign up. How do they get a hold of you guys? What's the best way?
They can call the golf shop or stop by and fill out one of our forms to find out which age class the kids can be in, and we'll get them started.
Perfect, perfect. So these are the guys that'll be teaching. Scott, you got anything to add, or are you just the silent one?
I'm
in the
just
group?
the silent one today.
All right. He's the effective teacher. He's the effective.
Exactly.
Scott's left-handed, Ryan's right-handed. They can show golfers how to play any direction. Our goal and my goal for the golf staff is to get as many kids playing golf as we have playing tennis. So we got a lot of them doing tennis. We got to get some golfers out here.
Right.
So these are the guys that'll teach your kids how to play golf. Get a hold of them in the golf shop. We do have flyers at the pool. There's flyers at the front counter that talk about junior golf and how to get signed up, when the classes are. So if you're over at the pool and you want to know a little bit more about golf, you can get a flyer there. But just come to the golf shop. These guys are always down there. They'll get you signed up. Just want to update people on the pool and what's happening this weekend at the pool. For the week, we do have a dive-in movie scheduled for Saturday night. Again, we'll go as we get closer to dark, so about 8:30, maybe 8:45, we'll fire up the dive-in movie. Keep it a secret what the movie is, but I picked it out. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Should be good for adults and kids. We'll have popcorn available, and we'll have lounge chairs set up so you can lay outside the pool if it's a little cooler out and snuggle up and watch the dive-in movie. And Sunday will be our first ever float and floats day from 1 to 4. Just to explain what that is, we will allow members in a certain part of our pool to have flotation devices, so you can kind of float around out there, be kids and adults. It'll be more in the shallow end, and we have to make sure we keep an area for swimmers open and an area for the flotation devices. But the other part of the floats and floats, we'll be serving root beer floats, kind of a homemade root beer float here. We'll have an adult version, possibly a little bit with some root beer alcohol, and we'll have a kids version. So make sure you plan on coming out. The floats is from 1 to 4 on Sunday afternoon. So we'll have 4 of those scheduled this summer, one this month and then another one later in the month and a couple in July. So make sure you make plans to come out to the pool this weekend, enjoy what we have out here. All right, I'm back here again, now this time out on the golf course, and Mr. Gary Giller had a great suggestion for me in a previous email about highlighting some of the changes that you're going to be seeing happening on the golf course here this fall. So we're going to feature the front 9. I'll start a series of 3 holes each week. We're going to focus today on holes 1, 2, and 3. And as you begin to play a little bit of golf, members are going to notice some areas on the golf course that are getting mowed out a little bit shorter in what we call an intermediate rough height off of the fairway. These expanded areas you can see behind me here are actually where the fairway shifts are going to be once we make the changes to the golf course this fall. So where it's mowed shorter out, that will actually become new fairway area. So when members play, you're going to see kind of the true widths of our fairways that will come back into play. We're mowing them out so you have a 3-dimensional look, and also get a little bit fairer lie when you're out here in some of these rough areas that have been kind of creeping in, so our fairways were very narrow. A true fairway width should be anywhere between 25 to 30 yards wide. Ours were averaging anywhere between 8 and 25 yards wide. So you can imagine if you're having trouble hitting fairways, that's why our fairways were very narrow. So you'll see the widths, you'll see the changes. On this particular hole, Cody, our filmer, is going to turn around the other direction as we look up towards the green. So as I move to the other side and Cody's kind of switched positions with me, as we're looking up to the green, on the left side of the fairway, we're going to have a fairway bunker that'll be new, kind of a Ross design bunker, and I'll explain to you what that means, a Ross design bunker. Donald Ross had a hand in building our golf course many, many years ago. There'll be a bunker on the left. The bunker across the fairway over here on the right will actually disappear, and that will become a little bit more expanded fairway as we move up. The mounds on the right up by the green will disappear, and as we hit up to the green side, the bunkers all get rechanged. The surrounds of the green get changed. You will not see any more of these big flashed bunkers where we have the sand that washes down into the bunker and creates the kind of the mess that we had in our bunkers. That all goes away. We have flat bottom bunkers with the white sand that you see on the driving range if you've been out, and there'll be grass walls up the banks. So when it rains, water won't pour into our bunkers and create a lot of havoc. If it does get in the bunkers, it'll be taken away by our new drainage system. So again, on hole number 1, you're going to see a wider fairway, bunker on the left, no bunker on the right, and all the bunkers at greenside get revamped. So there's a lot of changes up at the green. Let's head over to number 2. All right, I'm over here on hole number 2 now. As we look up the fairway, you can see the bunker on the right side. That actually will be the only physical bunker that we will have on this hole in the fairway. It'll be repositioned and changed how it looks, again with new sand and new drainage. But this was our narrowest fairway. Between those two bunkers previously it was 8 yards wide. With the bunker taken out on the left, we'll be able to expand the fairway as you hit through there. And the fairway actually swings a little bit more out to the right. As you're playing hole number 2, you'll see the width changes. Look at where the fairways, the rough is mown a little bit farther out. That becomes our new fairway line. And then up at the green, the bunker behind the green goes away, and we have 2 new greenside bunkers placed on the green. This green surround will have a lot of changes to it, because as you exit the green, the new tee box complexes for hole number 3 will be right behind the green. They will not be located right along the bank as they've been. So tee boxes will be right behind the green, and a whole new directional change moving up the 3rd fairway will take shape as we start the project this fall. So again, hole number 2, the trees are gone now. It's hard to visualize what's going to happen, but as you see the fairway shifts, take the bunker out on the left, you begin to see what the fairway will look like as you move through here, and you'll have a nice approach up to the green. So I'm at the back side of 2 green, getting ready to move to the tee box on number 3. But this is the bunker that will disappear from the plans that you can see that we'll have out. This backside bunker goes away. There'll be a drop off behind the green as we move closer to the 3rd tee box, and I'm going to walk down here and show you where the 3rd hole will be relocated to. The tee box complex will be just about in line with the big oak tree that's in front of us, or big tree. So Cody, as you pan out, that particular tree, even though it's a nice tree specimen, due to the plans and the changes, will actually go away. It won't happen until we actually start the project in the fall, but that tree goes away, and the tee boxes now are right about where I stand. So just off the back of the hill on number 3, number 2 green. This is the new 3 tee boxes. They line up straight with the fairway that is now shifted a long way to the right. So when you're playing the 3rd hole, we'll go out there and look at that. You'll see the fairway has shifted quite a bit to the right. On the left side of the fairway, there'll be a new fairway bunker that will be placed about 100 yards from the green. And your approach shot going up the hill will have a whole new green complex whole new bunker complexes up by the green side. So your shot into the 3rd hole, even though it's an elevated shot, will have all new bunkering up around the green. That's probably the source of our biggest washouts when we have rainstorms. We're going to correct all those issues during the restoration of the club. And the 3rd hole will get a bunch of changes to it. Let's go up in the fairway, and we'll finish this segment of what's changing on the first 3 holes. Well, we'll finish the series. I'm in what would be the right side of the new fairway on hole number 3. As Cody pans over to what was the fairway, you can see I'm about 15 to 20 yards away from what was our fairway at one point. This will become new fairway. The fairway widens through the landing area. The fairway on the left will be brought over a little bit more, so that'll actually turn into some rough, and right about over across the fairway from the tree box up will be a new bunker, a new fairway bunker that members will have to contend with if they hit a right to left shot, which is my shot, so I'm going to probably be in that bunker a lot. But as you look up at the green, we have 6 bunker complexes currently at the green side. That number will go down to 3. We'll have 2 in the front and 1 on the left side. The bunkers in the back go away. A couple of the bunkers on the left get repositioned and changed, and 1 goes away. So a big change up at the green. Again, the new sand, a raw style of bunker, which, so I can explain what a raw style bunker is. It's a very flat bottom bunker, not a lot of pitch or steepness of angle of being in the sand. If you're in the sand, you'll be in a flat lie. The hillsides around the bunker will all be grass all the way around it. So if you miss the bunker by a little bit, you might be in some grass, but you're not going to be on a steep slope or a rocky lie or some of the things that happen because our bunkers wash out on those very steep slopes when we have rainstorms. We're hoping we have nice dry summers, but the way it's been here the last couple of years with all the rain we've gotten, we've got to make sure we have the correct drainage in our bunkers. So all of these changes on the first 3 holes, members are going to notice wider fairways, the proper position for bunkers and placement, and with all the trees gone, everything will make a little bit more sense when you're out playing golf. So first thing I want members to do, look at the fairway shifts and the widening. If you see the mowing going out, that's going to become new fairway this fall or next fall, depending on which 9 it is. Our plan right now is to work on the front 9 in 2016 and the back 9 in 2017. So with all things going correctly and well, and the weather cooperates with us, we'll have a brand new front 9 next spring when we open up, which is going to be exciting. Again, if you have any questions, want me to talk about a particular topic, just let me know what they are. Send that question to me via email, and I'll spend some time at that venue or that site discussing those areas. So again, that's all for this week with the GM. We'll see you again next week.